This one I'm very excited for. Top Gun 3. I think the next two go together. The next topics that we're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit about oh my goodness, my goodness, Tom Cruise and his move to Warner Brothers, as well as Top Gun 3. But I'm excited. People always go, oh, another sequel, another sequel. When the sequels that are being made end up being really good,
Mm.
that's great. This is good. There's
I'm s-
nothing wrong
I'm
with making a trilogy.
no, there isn't anything wrong with it. The problem is I have with it, it's like Top Gun 2, Top Gun Maverick, one of my favorite movies of all time, especially top number one movie of 2022. It's a really good
Mhm.
film. It wraps things up pretty nicely. So
Yeah.
it comes back to the question of like what are they going to do and what is going to bring people to the seats. What bring people to the seats for the second one were the crazy stunts because it's not something that we've seen in cinema before. It's not, and it's been 20 or 40 years, I think, between that one and this first one. So they waited where technology was capability of doing that. So now it's like, what's like what interesting stunts are they going to do with the third one, and what's the story? So it's not like I don't know, maybe Tom Cruise has the power to let the government build, let him do whatever he wants and take a jet and fly between buildings or in a city. I don't know, maybe. Uh, so
So
that's kind of like the question I have for you. What do you expect them to do for the third one?
good question. So obviously, the first two are centered around this idea of the top of the top flight school, right?
Yeah.
Um, you know, so I look at it from a perspective of okay, Tom Cruise isn't getting younger. Obviously, he still loves to do his stunts, do all these things, etc. So I think the dude's going to be doing stunts until he's 100, honestly.
Yeah.
But you have two really good characters in Glenn Powell and Miles Teller, and so those two, I almost think, carry the mantle of okay, if Tom Cruise doesn't want to be, the direct star leading it the whole time because he's getting a little bit older, how can he pass off the torch or you know, pass the torch to these two characters? Because both were very well written. Um, what would be interesting, and I don't, I'm not a producer or film director by any means, but what would be very interesting is if they took a perspective of taking maybe war torn United States, and
Mm.
now it's active combat with all of these pilots. So maybe it's a flashback to what happened at the end, and there's a retaliation from the unnamed country that they attacked in the
Which is
second
mostly like
movie.
Russia. It's definitely
It-
like,
yeah, they like inferred China, and then they inferred Russia, but then you really don't know. So
yeah.
part of me thinks I don't know. Maybe I missed it, but I don't remember them referring to an existent place.
It's like in Call of Duty nowadays. They're just called the enemy. Like
Yeah.
you can't have like a certain name country or people will get mad. And so
Well, and that's the thing is like obviously in like Call of Duty 2 long time ago you had like the mission No Russian, which was like,
there was
my
Nazis
goodness,
in
we're
Call
gonna
of Duty. We had Nazis.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that was history. So to actively pick an enemy that, projects I guess you could do like North Korea. Maybe it was North Korea. But
Uh
the whole point of the
yeah.
movie is they could do a really good job of making it active conflict. And
Mm.
now we're following these characters through these harrowing journeys of like numerous flights. So instead of training, they've done the training in the first two,
Yeah, they
or at
don't need to do
least
that
like
again.
yeah. And so now we're in active conflict and we have these three characters and we're following their journey through the different places. They definitely have potential for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tom Cruise would necessarily want to do that because that's not usually how his movies are. Even when you think of like
Mission
his
Impossible or
Mission Impossible movies, they're very like
s-
they're very lighthearted, still a little funny. You have grief, you have like the sadness, but it's not like full blown war
yeah.
torn, everything's blowing up. It's not his style. So, but who knows? I
I
don't know.
mean,
Tom Cruise, he surprises.
yeah,
So,
like again, like it also comes down to the stunts. Like, what stunts do we expect in Top Gun 3 that outshine? Because Top Gun 2 obviously outshined the stunts in the first one, it outshined the story and all that. So, like, what's going to be the reasoning for people to come back for?
it's got to be something that's more. It's got to want us wanting more. The
Yeah,
second one got us in from nostalgia of just how great the first movie was. Some people, I was weird.
it's
I heard some
okay.
people are like,
I
the
don't.
first one's okay, the second
Yeah,
one's amazing. But I mean, when you think about when it came out, and how young Tom Cruise was, I mean, that was
that's
the
like
movie
yeah,
or like a movie, right? And then you think of like A Few Good Men, like those types of movies. So all I know is that Mission Impossible, the later ones got better than the first few. Top
yeah.
Gun, the second one, I would say is arguably just as good as the first, if not maybe a little bit better. So Tom Cruise is one of the few people that I trust to bring out good stuff.
Yeah, I know for
So
a fact that he's gonna pull some stunt off that will be like that like that's the thing I'm trying to think of. Like, what's the stunt that they're gonna promote? Like, hey, this is what you are coming
Moon,
back to moon. Yeah,
aliens, he's gonna fight
yeah.
aliens on the moon.
I
Just
mean,
kidding.
we're still waiting for that space movie that he wants to do. Like, he actually wants to go up and film a movie in the International Space Station. Um, so
See,
like
that would be cool. That's so Tom
it
Cruise.
is a
I
Tom
mean,
Cruise thing,
and
and he's working
and
with your ex boss Elon Musk. Um, so.
that's too funny.
Thank you guys for watching this video. If you want to see the full-on podcast, I'll leave a link in the description below. And you guys can also check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. And if you guys want to, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the topics as well. So leave a comment on it. And if you guys are new to the channel and you guys enjoyed what you saw, hit that subscribe button because we have a lot of other stuff on the channel. As a reminder, this is a monthly upload on the Big Talk with Austin. And this will also give you guys the opportunity to submit some topics to us that happen throughout the month. So if you guys want to do that, go check me on Twitter and follow me there. Tag me whenever something interesting pops up that is movie reviews, movie TV shows, any like pop culture related type of stuff. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys next review. Bye, guys.